We've had this vintage Gremlin body here in the shop for 32 years. No, I take that back, 33 years. It's been a while we've been working on this, and 2023, this is the year we get it finished, and we're going to start finishing it in the back. At the end of last year, we started building a rear bumper for this. Ignore this big gaping hole here. Just pretend like this doesn't exist. We're working on the rear bumper, and what we need to do now is get it mounted up. We got to create some way of mounting this in the back here, and I think the way we're going to do it was with using the tabs off this original bumper that came with it, this hideous thing that came with it. We're going to just knock the tabs off of this, mount those tabs up here, and then glue the bumper in. We'll take care of that. Also got, I'm going to have to knock out a notch here for a good rear license plate. So let's get that done. I'm going to take care of it right now. And that's got our back roll pan mounted up. So now we have screws that are holding it on the back side. So if we ever need to replace or pull it off or do some repairs or anything like that, we can just remove those screws and get this roll pan off. I'm sure there's other ways I could have done these brackets. I probably could have honestly just 3D printed something here to make that work. I don't know. I'm kind of making this up as I go, but I think what we did worked fine. I mean, let me know what you think. I'm sure there was a better way we could have done it. I do need to go ahead and box in a spot for the license plate. So I think that's what I'm gonna do next.
Gotta let go, siren lungs cold. Scream down a well, let the old bells toll. Look at that cross that cuts so blue. Nailed to the wood by a steeplechase crew. It broke, I labored to prove a point. I planted a seed in that weeded joint. I gotta let go, it's iron lungs cold. Scream down a well, let the old bells toll. I scraped the skin, I broke the nail. I squeezed the life from what's left to sail. I followed that bluff so I could see as far as wherever I please. So I gotta let go, Scream down a well, let the old bells toll. It's still there, passing the plane, side by side, drinking the rain. Riverboats and ships will raise their masts. We might as well use that wind as long as it lasts. So I gotta let go. It's Anlang's cold. Scream down a whale, let the old bells toll. Pressure will poison an empty head. If only my ship would have sailed instead. A sentinel guards that spectral view, averting the eye to labor the clue. Gotta let go. It's Anlang's cold. Scream down a whale, let the old bells toll. No more knowing, nothing to see. Try to view the leaves in the trees. How I give the love that I send. How I walk, hell, this road won't bend. So I gotta let go. It's Anlang's cold. Swim down a whale, let the old bells toll. Wings of reason, if only for flight. Swoop down low and guard me tonight.
What you doing?
It's more than seed or planted thought. See what you see, then subtract what you got. Gotta let go. It's Anlang cold. Scream down a whale, let the old bells toll. A slave to rule, but not the cost.
Wow,
the
right.
words that stick in my mouth, pieces together, puzzles a song. There's time
Now
to
I just have to
waste.
sand it down nice and smooth, and we'll have it all finished.
Let go. It's Anlang's cold. Scream down a whale, let the old bells toll. Is it forbidden? I'm tied in a knot. Keep it all hidden, close to my heart. Perched on a limb so long ago. So scream down a well, let the old bells toll.
I hear you. There's not enough detail in this back bumper. I completely agree, and we're going to take care of that. I'm thinking about adding some little bumper bolts. In fact, I think I'm going to add them also to the front bumper up here. If you remember right, we created us a front bumper before. I think I'm going to add just a few little bumper bolts here. Same thing in the back. I think we'll add in some license plate lamps, some license plate lights, and in the future, we're going to have exhaust coming out of this thing. So we'll probably have some little cutouts. We'll make some little flares and little cutouts here for the exhaust tips. So that's coming yet. So don't worry your little hearts. There is going to be more detail in this. But what we need to do now is probably address this big gaping hole that we have diligently ignored. We need to both hinge a rear hatch that we're creating and also the rear glass here. So what I did, because we can't use, I don't know if you can see them down way back there. Can you see them way up front there? Those hinges that we used on the hoods, or maybe a little less way up there, the hinges we used on the doors. Those are just going to be too big. So what I decided to do, I went down to, the Lobbies of Hobby, I guess it's called. And I picked up some little hinges that they use. They have these little miniature houses. I don't know, some terribly small people must live in them. But they have these hinges they use for the doors. So I picked up a few different sets. These are a little bit longer and skinnier. These are a little bit shorter and wider. I don't know. They come in all different flavors. But I think I'm going to try to use those or incorporate those into hinging this stuff back here and finally addressing this big gaping hole. Again, maybe just keep ignoring for a little bit. In fact, keep ignoring that until next week, because not next week, but next episode, because that's when we're going to take care of this. But for now, I've got to go, because you might have heard I got a little girl that wants my attention, so I got to get going. I got a little girl to entertain. But thank you for joining me. Leave me some comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all that stuff that you do here on the YouTubes, and I will see you guys next week. Next episode? I don't know. Sometime.